Well, it's the 7th out here, and I'm going to go to work on the other side over there. I got to build a bracket to hold the skin, and I had to do the same thing over here, and I actually had to cut a little more metal out here than I had to over there. So what I'm going to do is go under here with my little flimsy paper, see if I can mark something out to get a kind of a shape, and then I'll transfer this over to some cereal box type stuff and cut it out and fold it and then see if it'll kind of fit in here, and then I can just turn folds the other way, put it on the other side. It's a mirror image. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, and that way at least my two edges here will be the same on each side, and then when I put my piece in here and throw my bumper on, etc., everything will be good to go. So that's where I'm at. What I'm going to do with this bracket for positioning purposes, I'm going to go all the way up to where the battery tray sits in here. It's a good reference point, and I have the same type of shelf on the other side, so that'll be a good reference point as to where this thing will fit. And then once I get it fit up in there, I can go ahead and trim what I need to fit the piece that I cut out over here. Alright, well here's what the start of one of my patterns looks like. See, I just kind of folded it there up in place, and I know that I have to fold this edge back at a 90 and go over, give or take, you know, inch and I need about 1.5 to 2 inches, a little extra there. So when I cut my original piece of sheet metal out, or my cardboard, whatever I'm going to start with, you know, I got to leave that much, and I got to have a little tail on it here, which the skin wraps under. So I got to go down a little bit here, and then I'll have to have a lip on the outside edge of this. So I kind of know what I need. Here's kind of the next version of my patch, same paper, and I need to add about 1/2 inch over here for another fold I got to do, and then I got to add, give or take, about 3/8 here for my folded lip when I do it finally. But it's kind of what I got now, and I have to do whatever I'm going to do quick, because this is just kind of a shape, but I have in my mind what other things got to happen here. So whatever I do, I got to do it, and I may just cut a chunk of sheet metal out larger than that and scribble some lines on it, put this paper up once more, maybe twice, just to kind of make sure I know what I'm doing, and then cut it out and start making this thing. Alright, what I'm working on is my first half sheet of 20 gauge. The other half still leaning up over there, and this is all the metal I've used on this bus so far, and I still got most of at least 2/3 of my half sheet left. So I'm trying to be frugal about where I cut chunks out. I don't want to throw a bunch of it away. So here we go. Patch material. What I got is this shape here, and basically the main shape that matters is this curve right here. So what I'm going to do first, as far as this metal goes, is cut out what I need with my little air grinder, and leave substantial lip, maybe 1/2 inch, give or take, around, and it'll come right on down to here. This is where it folds on the 90 on my inner structure. So I need to have that lip on it, and then I'll just leave my blade cut here, leave this extra over here. And it just happens that this shape, they kind of use the same dies, I think, on a lot of parts of this truck, because this tool I made for bending my rocker pieces is very close. It's almost exactly what I need. As far as this curve here, it extends a little further because the skin on the back of this bus extends further under. Normally the rocker comes down to about here and then has the lip for the inner and outer rocker right here. This one here, the skin continues on underneath and it doesn't have that lip. But I can get the major bend with this guy. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut this piece out for my extra amount that I need, and then figure out where my fold is going to be. Anyway, I'll clamp this guy up and make my lip on my piece of metal first, and then I can go ahead and lay this up next to my lip and continue cutting my sheet metal. Well, for those who haven't seen this before, I made this this thing here. This is I don't know, 3/8, pretty heavy stuff, and we can kind of see the shape. And I made another one. This is 1/4 inch, I think. But anyway, that's what I use to clamp my sheet metal when I want to make this shape. Trying to score these pieces and make this shape was a real pain, and I had to make several, and I still have to make several, and I have several more trucks that need work, so I went ahead and made these die things. Alright, so yeah, unclamped, here's what we got. Got some wrinkles there, they'll be trimmed off. If there's a little bit left of waves, a little hammer and dolly will fix that, but the important shape is right here, and came out nice. So that's a heck of a lot easier to make that shape than trying to you know, chisel a little groove all the way around and start folding it. It's just, that's a pain. So the right tool for the job. I got it pretty well kind of shaped, tucked up in there. A little bit long down here. I got to crop its tail and figure out where the next fold's going to go down this edge. It folds back outward. This little lip here extends down. You can see over on the outside edge down there, and that's what supports the skin on this outer edge by the inching compartment. So got to figure out where to make that fold and where I'm going to weld it all up. Then I can go ahead and spot weld through here, through the other way, run a bead across, run a bead up, you know, just weld the heck out of it. It's all inside where it won't be seen. Paint it all up before I put the skin on it. But another cut or two here and I should be getting close. Probably a couple hours actual bending and grinding and whatever time. A few hours of cursing and looking for it when I laid it down and couldn't find it, but I'm pretty happy with this piece. So basically what I'm replacing is this stuff that's all gone right here from a bit below this piece down, and this is kind of how it goes. So that's what I made right there, is that inner structure. And I have a substantial chunk of the one on the truck I'm working on left to work off of. So it'll be spot welded up in this area and around the back side, and then on the inside it'll be butt welded at my seams as well. So it's going to work out real well. And there it is. So I'm going to fit it in place, screw it in place, throw some tacks at it, and see how I like it. Well, everything seems to take longer than it should, but I got this inner structure here installed. It's strong now. A little more welding to do, and then of course grinding and cleaning up and coating the inside before I make this skin. But I've been dreading having to make this structure here. It was a real chore the first time when I did the other side. It wasn't as bad this time. I kind of knew what I was doing. Been a long time ago when I did that one, so I had to rethink everything, but this came out really well and I'm happy with it. It'll be good and strong, a little grinding and stuff, and I can go about this patch and then get this, I got to get this shape a little bit better. Put a patch in here, figure out these 3 little rust holes here, and this screw hole I got to weld up, as well as put the Band-Aid for my tail light in there. But I do have a piece for that, so that's pretty cool. It's, it's got some pocks on the inside, but it's a good chunk of metal, so I'm going to use it. Anyway, 7th of November, thanks for watching.